Good morning. Welcome to our Sunday worship service. I'm Nancy Nelson, and I'm so happy to lead you today. This is my church home where I feel more accepted than anywhere else, except maybe home. I hope you feel as accepted and supported as I do. I'd like to especially welcome people joining us for the first time. It's great to see you. If you're here in person, you should have received a welcome packet and information in it. If you fill that out and drop it in the offering basket, we will be in touch to support you in finding your way into our community. If you are joining us online, there's a link in our website to an electronic version of the same card. Our welcoming committee members have yellow name tags and can answer any questions or point you toward additional information. Whether you are new or not, please consider staying for coffee and conversation after the service, either downstairs in the fellowship hall or on our Zoom room. Now, let's say our words of welcome together. Whether this is your first or your 1,000th Sunday with us, and whether you strolled, rolled, Zoomed, ran, or danced in, we are glad you chose to join us. We are one people of many beliefs, identities, origins, sexualities, and genders. All are welcome here. Now let's say to people across the technical divide. Now let's say hello to people across the technical divide. First, we're going to show people joining us on Zoom. If you're at home, turn on your camera. And people at home, wave. Now, for everybody who's in the room, it's our turn. Let's wave. We do have several announcements, and a couple of them are pretty interesting and exciting. First, all church photo today after the service. Don't leave, don't go downstairs, go outside. And we will be directed in the taking of a picture, and everybody is welcome to participate in that. We haven't had one for a long time, so it's exciting to do it. Today, we also welcome our middle and high school youth to stay after the church photo and help with the grounds cleanup. Pizza and donuts will be provided. Our church is starting to hand out grants called Ignite grants, and this year 6 of these grants have been awarded, and the people who've received them have been notified. Each project seeks to strengthen and grow our community and to help us live our Unitarian Universalist values in meaningful ways. So watch for an article about this in the upcoming newsletter. We'll also be having people come tell you about the work they're doing. We extend a big thank you to everyone on the board that gave us the opportunity to participate in this process. The 2025 Grant Ignite Committee includes Judy Brown, Jen Elliott, and Suzanne Senior. Thank you so much. Members of the Social Justice Committee, in conjunction with Planned Parenthood, are collecting period products to be distributed to food pantries. Collection starts today and will continue several weeks. You can drop off items in the basket at the front door downstairs, or at the Co-op, One World, Cafe Artista, or Pups and Cups in Pullman. For those of you who live in Latah County, there's a very important election this week. There are contested seats on the library board, and the candidates have very different values and visions. If you haven't already voted, please make sure you do on Tuesday. Here end the announcements. The land on which our church was built is part of the ancestral homeland of the Nimipu, the people, and the Plusvim, people located at the village where the rock is standing in the river. It was frequented by the Shishums, the ones found here, located to the north, and the Coeur d'Alene, who were called the Coeur d'Alene by the French-speaking traders. We acknowledge the land is held in sacred kinship since time immemorial, and that the land and its people suffered immeasurable trauma brought by Euro-European society. We seek to work with Indigenous communities to show respect and contribute to the healing and nurturing of this precious land and its peoples. Now let's light our chalice. We are hoping that people at home have candle or a chalice of their own to light, as we light our chalice here the way we do every Sunday. And every Sunday we have words that we share together. In the light of truth and the warmth of love, we gather to seek and seek to share. For our opening words today, I'd like to tell you about our service. You might have remembered, if you were here in March, a service about poetry and music. Does anybody remember? And there were 4 questions, and there were sticky notes. Remember the sticky notes? Yes. The 4 questions were, where have we been? What is happening to us? Will it always be this way? And what else is possible? At that service, we asked you to write your response, your answers to those questions on the sticky notes. And then we placed them on posters with the questions around the room. And you might have wondered what was going to happen to them. Well, after the service, Ryan Urey offered to type them up as bullet points so we could distribute them. However, he quickly realized that that would not do them justice, because what you all wrote wasn't just notes or lists or an idea. It was hundreds of little bits of poetry, just begging to be assembled. So that's what Ryan did. Ryan is on bereavement leave and isn't here to share it with you, so I have that honor. But the results were profound, as you will hear shortly. Obviously, he had to make a few editorial decisions, ordering the words, adding line breaks, punctuating, and so on. However, nothing was added. And except for a few illegible words, nothing was deleted. Each of the 4 resulting poems contains nearly every word that was submitted, and only that. And as a result, these collective poems capture the essence, really the soul of our congregation.
I wasn't actually here on the day these words were collected. I was in Costa Rica. But that means that I first encountered your words in this form, as poems. To be more specific, as poems that echoed inside me, setting off a bell-like tone of recognition, a bone-deep yes. I've always loved the way in a conversation circle where people are speaking from the heart and listening deeply, there's a truth that sort of coalesces in the center, and it's somehow more than the sum of its parts, more true, more real than any and all of our individual perspectives. Like the blind man and the elephant, together we're able to discern the shape of things that are too big for us to comprehend on our own. It felt important to me to center these poems in a worship service so that you all could experience the whole, could feel the truth coalescing, could get a sense of that whole elephant. I knew we would need to find a spot where the poems fit into our crowded springtime worship schedule, because the 4 poems capture the sense of transitioning from what was through the challenges we now face and into imagining a better future. We decided it made sense to pair these poems with our annual bridging ceremony, especially since we don't have anyone graduating from high school this year. Celebrating our newly fledged young adults is typically the center of Bridging Sunday. So we're going to lift up some other transitions, send the kids off for their special programming, and then, together, we'll experience our community poems. But first, let's sing, shall we? Please join me in singing our opening hymn.
am Ginger Yoder, and I am the Director of Faith Formation here at this church. And we have started a few years ago, I think right before pandemic, instead of only honoring our transitioning young adults, we now bridge all ages. So we will honor the transitions of our young people and some of the larger transitions of our congregation this morning. So I know we have one or two children who are moving from preschool to kindergarten, but Tommy, Luca didn't come today, right? So do you want to come up for him? You have to make your way all the way down, but that's okay because I have some words. So Luca, Tommy's brother, is going into kindergarten, but isn't with us today. But of course, Tommy graciously said he would come and collect Luca's gift. And we'll see if it actually gets to Luca eventually. He's coming, I'm sure. There he is. So for our youngest, smallest seekers in spirit here from Tommy, you are about to take an important step in their journey, the transition and comfort from our nursery to the very first art. They're going to be starting kindergarten in the fall. They have care of our nursery workers and on our budding with questions. To help them on their way, we have the gift of a magnifying glass. And this will help them look deeply at the things that they examine in the first time. You want to take the magnifying glass? Blessed be and thank you. Thank you. Now, I know we have a couple of fifth graders who will be joining middle school in the fall, and some of them were not so sure they wanted to come forward. They do. Okay, so come forward. We have June. Do you have your thing? Because mine did not print the right thing. You have grown before us in amazing ways, becoming the leaders and role models in your elementary school classrooms and here at church. Your insights and growing wisdom astounds us every day. And now you are on the edge of childhood, looking forward to your youth. Thus, we give you the gift of a compass in hopes that all you have learned here will help guide you as you find your way in middle school as in the youth group of this church. Blessed be and thank you. And we do have one moving to from 8th grade to 9th grade, and she did say that she would like to receive her gift after church, but I will still offer the blessing. For eyes and come to be the of youth in this community. You are taking on new roles at home that you've earned, and we're so excited to welcome you into our high school youth group, which pride and youth led. You'll have caring advisors to help you on your way, but for now, you'll be part of choosing your own path of exploration, of creating your own course, and we will give you a journal on which to document this path as you write your own story. Blessed be and thank you. And our lives continue to change and evolve over time, and the journey continues with each passing year, even as we grow into adulthood. So before we end the celebration of growth, we want to take a moment to acknowledge those who've had major life transitions and milestones this year. Maybe someone graduated from college or trade school, they were honored with a major award, or who retired. If so, please come forward, and if you sent to your major transition, I will read it aloud, but if you didn't have time, you can still come forward. We have lots of gifts. Jennings, hired in 2024 from WSU after teaching for 30 years, both ESN, and then in January, she was granted the status of Professor Emerita by WSU. We have Diane Prorak and Al Popotsky. Diane is retiring June 30th after over 30 years of working as a librarian at the U of I, and Al retired in November, but I didn't get his details. 37 years at the University of Idaho. We have Suzanne Senior retiring July 1st after a career in high-tech marketing and then a second career in public transportation. Alex, would you tell me what your graduate, the bachelor's in music at the University of Idaho, and of course has been just the best person to work with at church ever, and we're going to miss you so very much. Oh, and you got a big award. What was your award? At the Jazz Fest?
I got another one.
Let's list all of your awards.
I got another Pressman Scholarship at the School of Music, which is like the biggest one that they can give out. I went out to one graduating. It used to be like one senior, one incoming senior, but now they give it out to each one graduating senior a year.
Oh. Woo! That's amazing. Julie, will you tell us?
I'm not on the list, but I just want to acknowledge that my son Eric graduated from the U of I
Oh.
with a degree in exercise, sport, and health sciences with veterans honors.
So you can have a gift for him. Archie?
I'm also not on the list, but I have a birthday coming up in about a week, and it's kind of a sad thing because my dad died about 2 days before his 76th birthday, and so I'll outlive my dad, and everybody except my Finnish grandfather, who I was just like, so that'd be one. But also, December 31st, I was retired again from the University of Idaho after 44 plus years. I retired officially in some years before, but
That's fine.
after a month they called me back to help out for a while. So I went from being the director of an office to being student and temporary help for several years.
And although she's not here, Lisa Salisbury received the Virginia Woolf Distinguished Service Award for staff. We wanted to make sure she was here for that. Oh. I didn't even think, I can do it. So I didn't put myself on the list. I didn't even think. But I received my credentialed religious educator's status from the UUA, which was a 4-year program. It's equivalent to a master's or a PhD program. And so I finished that after 4 hard years as of last month. What about you? And lastly, Elizabeth. No, you've had 25 years in ministry this year. So These Lives Paths has taken a major step this year, and we honor all of your continued engagement in the journey of life. As a gift, we offer a crystal to hang in your window, reminding that yours is a life that has caught the light through the years of dedication, growth, and brilliance, and now scatters that light into rainbows for others to see. Just as the sun transforms a simple prism into a spectrum of beauty, so does this moment to reflect on the many colors of life in transition, accomplishment, change, and the enduring spark that continues to shine into new beginnings. Thank you, and blessed be. And now we will sing our children to their classes.
Oops. There we go. Every Sunday, we pass collection baskets, and the money from the baskets goes to a local charity whose mission aligns with our beliefs, the beliefs we have posted around the room. And this is a chance for us to practice one of them, generosity. For those of you who are able to make a financial contribution, the logistics are on your screen. Since this month is Mental Illness Awareness Month, the recipient is the Leta Alliance on Mental Illness and the Police Advocates for Mental Illness. These organizations support those with mental illness and their families while promoting equitable communities. To donate, please indicate month of Sundays on your check or from the online drop-down menu. In the spirit of love and for the continuing work of this church, we will now take some time to practice generosity together. Thank you so very much. It is time for our poetry. This first poem captures the responses of the congregation to the question, where have we been? In figuring out who we are, and more importantly, why we are, it feels meaningful and important to remember who we have been and why we came together in the first place. We made the decision not to put the poems onto slides, quite deliberately. We believe these poems are best heard, not read. However, if you are hard of hearing or you would like it to have a hard copy, we have a few printed copies. So raise your hand if you would like somebody to bring you a copy. Okay, good. We've also put the poems on our website, and on the screen is a QR code if you would like to use that to pull up the text. For those that don't need additional support, the invitation now is to get comfortable, perhaps even close your eyes and give the poems your full attention. You might be tempted to listen for your contribution. You might also find yourself wanting to guess who said what. I'd like to challenge you not to do those things. Let the poems speak to you. Allow yourself to encounter them as a whole, not a collection of many parts. Our first readers are Michelle and Martha. Where have we been?
Mostly rational times, ordinary, usual, familiar, living in fear and judgment, control, single, siloed.
Working hard to feed and shelter ourselves, lulled to complacency in our own brains and independently scattered.
Where have we been? We've been watching history repeat itself, and yet rising with love and purpose to move forward again.
Risking life to protest loss of safety for children, name-calling and objectifying, fighting for feminism and thinking we'd made progress.
Struggling for justice, that seemingly eternal struggle. Love is winning, but oh so slowly.
We've been working toward a better world, but we are backsliding dramatically.
Were we ever star children, seeking at sea, coming from a place of hope?
Where have we been? Through many trials, learning, discovering, deepening, suffering, hiding what we have lived through.
Chaos, conflict, struggle, growth, unity, confusion, searching, heaviness, poverty and ignorance, evolution and the Big Bang.
Where have we been? We have been everywhere. Star to sea, to cave to city, from brain to heart, to soul to star.
Not really knowing what was going on, building home away from home, trying to move forward on a long journey of dreams and hopes unfolding.
Through war, through peace, through
protest, through loss,
through grief, through joy, through growth.
Odyssey seeking, star child feeling, carefree in the dark, more present, less busy.
I have been Catholic, struggling to be a better person, and now I'm trying out new things.
I have been in Dhaka, Bangladesh, and now I'm in Moscow, Idaho, still trying to figure things out.
I have been by your side, and you have been by mine, in the past, in the present, with my feet on the ground.
Near the earth, feel the soil through your fingers and toes, looking at the stars.
We have been in love in the best of intentions.
In hope and sorrow, we have been to many places.
And what we have found may astound. Money does not always abound where happiness is all around.
We have been stardust. We have been light and air.
We have been ocean waves. Now that looks blue to me.
And stony mountains. So we still, in all-seeing eyes, the all-seeing eyes of a universe immortal.
Where have we been? We have been together as a community. We have been on the journey of life.
We come from light into the darkness and search for a beam, perhaps a chalice, to lead us forward.
We are like the pine cone that can only open and bring new life through the heat of fire.
This second poem contains responses to the question, what is happening to us? I'm reminded of the phrase labeled an ancient Chinese curse that's actually the product of the mid-20th century. May you live in interesting times. These are certainly interesting times. There's a way in which history works on us and in us to shape who we are and who we are becoming. Yet we aren't totally helpless in the face of that process. We make choices. We choose responses. We have agency in our lives. We also shape the times we are in. What we do matters. Did you know that the word transformation on that banner over there was initially proposed to be evolution? People pushed back on that, in part because evolution is a passive process, and what's asked of us, what we value, is active change, the product of our relationships with each other and, well, with reality. Transformation comes about through a deliberate practice of active love and active hope. Molly and Jen are going to read the second poem to us. I'd invite them forward now. This is what is happening to us.
All is accelerating. Time is happening to us. Craziness, clarifying values, chaos everywhere. In the here and now.
Riding the river, trying to steer, waiting for family, held back by independence and responsibility to stay in our own lane.
Brother, let us in.
Control the justice system, control the media, control the military, control the people. Coup.
We are being attacked by our own country, tearing apart, strangling fear, imposing chaos.
We're going back in time of our advancements in racism and equal rights for all.
We are moving backwards in a fog, occasionally aware, denial, worry, and concern broadening.
Our collective dreams and hopes are being challenged by a few normalizing crazy, greed, and narcissism.
Disruption, derailment, disunion.
Delusion, despair, mistrust, bullying.
Housing insecurity, depression.
Condemnation of the marginalized.
Feeling overwhelmed with hopeless despair, on many days, we are stunned.
Losing rights and freedoms, we are becoming distant from our humanity and compassion for others.
Our country is being torn apart by tribal behavior, feeding attempts to devalue and divide, resisting, unfamiliar, losing, attacked.
We have been protected and safe. That is missing now. Some of us have struggles with connection and understanding.
We don't agree on the path forward. We are getting older.
We are doubtful and afraid, for the future seems bleak.
So many are made fearful, hateful. It's a hugely hurtful and scary result.
Yet we are rising, we are hoping, and we are working.
Still struggling to be positive, joyful even, a journey that makes us who we are.
We will be held back until we connect. We must protest and speak out.
A grassroots uprising fighting for justice and revelation.
Finding joy in small things, new opportunities that build community, creativity, and connection.
Working with young people, learning independence, practicing small acts of resistance, and seeking ways to embody love.
We have been shattered and broken.
And that's how we find each other.
reaching, trying, iterating gratitude, we're thinking more about where we're going.
Good things are happening to us.
We are learning and coming together.
We are recognizing our strengths.
We are challenged.
We are threatened.
We are witnesses.
We're finding community and togetherness with others who won't accept the status quo.
We are rising up.
We are changing.
We are flowing down the river of life, led by our higher power.
When we don't resist, life is easier.
With hope and love in our hearts, we are going toward a greater truth.
Different journeys that make us unique.
We are shells cracking, seeds shattering, lightning striking.
We are the primal cry of new life becoming.
Breaking down old, tired, and worn out ways, birthing a new, kinder, gentler world.
The earth is experiencing awakening to more honesty, adaptation, and endurance, aligning, self-discovery.
Eventually, after the ups and downs of process and regress,
changes, some good, some bad, some intended, some unintended.
but all are accepted.
Hi, everybody. My name is Sam Welsh. I'm the music director here. So over the next year, I will be inviting those in our musical community to set sections of this text to music of various genres. So if you're interested in collaborating with us on that, please do find me after the service or shoot me an email. I'm gonna set one myself. I just haven't decided kind of yet. And then I'll be asking individual musicians who frequently collaborate with the church to help out with this as well. So you might remember a couple weeks ago on Star Wars Day, on May the 4th, we sang a hymn that was a standard tune that one of the ministers had set to Star Wars inspired words. So I was pretty impressed with the results. So I figured, why not give that a shot with one of our texts here. So with the help of some online AI, I asked the computer to set the first poem, reduce it, and set it to the tune of For the Beauty of the Earth, which is, the hymn tune is spelled D-I-X. I didn't want to say it out loud because I have the mind of a 12-year-old, but I really liked what the computer came up with, so let's go ahead and sing that now. So this will be the tune of For the Beauty of the Earth, which is hymn number 21, and this is how AI interpreted and reduced our first poem.
Our third, creativity in all forms. We embrace it. Our third question, will it always be this way, actually enjoyed something of a consensus. At least 7 sticky notes just said, no. A stack of others contained some variation on that sentiment. The only constant thing in the universe is change, appeared. But it won't always be this way. So what then? This poem beautifully captures one of life's many intractable paradoxes, namely that the inevitability of change gives rise to both our hopes and our fears. It's both the promise that things can get better and the knowledge that they often get worse. All that is built will crumble. All that crumbles will assume new form. So how should we engage the universe's awful and awe-filled potential? Do we approach with curiosity or flee in terror? Stoically accept whatever comes to pass, or assert our capacity to direct the unfolding of the world? Don't rush to find the answer. These are the kinds of questions that want to be lived and not resolved. Zena and Mark are our readers. Will it always be this way?
I listen to news in small increments, so not to be overwhelmed.
My brain cannot see through the destruction that is wrought by a sick tyrant.
Our time has seemed to be disappearing. It did not have to be this way.
Afraid of what will happen to our country? Afraid to even think about it.
When will we learn?
History will repeat itself unless we follow a new way.
It has to get better.
Will it always be this way? I thought not. I hope not.
New paths, unknown, keep spreading the love and understanding.
There's a lot of good that depends on our actions.
The power of love has to prevail over hate.
This too shall pass. Change will come. All things are possible. We create in mind before it forms.
We are being asked to test. Can we share?
The holy order of the cosmos. All that lives must die. All that dies must be reborn. There is no new thing under the sun, yet every moment is unique, never to repeat.
The sun sets the same sky every day, miraculous and unrepeatable, though the world cycles through seasons of death and rebirth.
The evil of the present will drift away, worn down by the sands of time, and I will carry hope and love forward.
Anything is possible.
Always changing, always the same. Change is constant as illusions come and go.
God is change. God is love. Love prevails, but it is we who are the creators inevitable. We can make good things happen.
Come, help nudge the steering wheel. If the world falls apart, we come together.
The constant in life is change.
Extreme edges cannot hold.
Flow finds its center.
Nothing is ever changeless.
Except love.
We live in the present, even if we don't want to. There will always be forces of evil.
How can they be outnumbered? What change will we work toward?
It will always be this way.
Not
always. It will not always be this way.
Love, kindness will prevail, like a seed sown, a matter of time before it blooms.
Our collective dreams and hopes can never die, only pause.
And I know, because unions changed work laws in the 1920s.
And women can vote.
And we share water fountains.
And sit together on buses.
Will it always be this way?
No, no, no. not if patiently persist, not if I choose not to let it.
It will continue to evolve, and yes, it will in many ways be this way, and that's okay.
It's something I can accept what is.
We will make it better. Our children will make it better.
Star by star, the world will end, making space for change.
We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle round to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now. It is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the world. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle round to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now. It is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the world. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. And this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle round to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now. It is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the world. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love.
And so we come to our fourth and final poem, built from answers to the question, what else is possible? What else is possible? What are we dreaming together? What are we imagining? Tell you what, this is a world I want to be part of creating.
We can be curious
We can be with each other. We can see a better world for all.
We can love and lose and carry and celebrate. We can come together to help fight injustices and cruelties.
We can heal each other.
We can start again, driving the arc of justice forward.
Spring will come. Everything is possible.
Kindness, generosity, hope,
peace, healing, connection,
growth, community, enlightenment,
dignity for all, beauty, love,
understanding, and letting go.
Gratitude for what good has come and is being done, and fight for what is needed.
So much more. An infinite number of possibilities. From chaos comes renewal, comes new dreams and new hopes.
And love is at the center.
To be the change you want to see, change who we are, or stay the same and make the same choices. Try to stay open to possibilities.
It will not always be this way. Peace and goodwill are still amid the suffering. Hope that a new day is dawning, a refined trajectory.
A world that is kind and just.
And everyone is treated well.
And everyone has enough.
Not too much, but enough.
A community of love and resistance.
A community of heart, putting the world back together.
A return to rational and responsible leadership. To level the living fields everywhere so all are held in love and respect.
Imagine what we can conceive, we can achieve.
We are called to act for good. Whatever you can dream, do it now. Boldness has genius. Providence moves too.
Choose with your heart extreme, active compassion. Amplify the good and make more.
Continue. Open heart and open mind. Perpetual awareness of the presence of love and kindness to bring new creations.
We're coming together to strengthen our community, trying to stay positive.
Support and care for each other. Put in more work to make things work. Our actions create the change we wish to see.
Dreams make oracles of us all.
Seek the child dreaming deep in the mountain you've made of yourself, and come to know the wide and endless sky. Allergies, sorry. So we don't just read or even listen to poems, we enter into a relationship with them. Just like people, over time they reveal more and more of themselves. As we've said, these poems are up on the website, or if you ask Summer, she can print you a copy. We have a few left that we'll put by the back door. There's a fifth poem, one that has no words at all. I'd invite you to just take a moment, maybe stand up and just look around this room. See all, stand up. Just look around at each other. Do you see all these beautiful faces? Do you feel it? The care and respect that connect us into one living, breathing, dynamic entity, a community that is so much more than the sum of its parts. The secret sauce, the energy that makes what coalesces in the center so much truer than what any of us can see on our own is love. And it holds us and challenges us and changes us and heals us. And it will save us all. So remember to lean into the love. Have faith that the dreams you so beautifully articulated in that fourth poem will all come true in time. So be it, and so may it be. Please join me now in singing our musical benediction, There is a Love. Please join me now in the words to embody our chalice flame. We extinguish this chalice that it might go gently in our hearts. May it guide our paths as we leave this place. May it guide our way until we are together again. Lean into the love. Trust each other. Trust the whole that is more than the sum of its parts. There's something beautiful that is living in this room, in this space, and everybody has a part, but nobody is the star. But we're all stars. We're all stars. So claim your light and shine it bright and move into the days to come with strength and commitment and love. Be a blessing. Go in peace. Come back next Sunday. But go outside first to get your picture taken.